with it being my first day, there wasn't much for me to do, so I ended up doing some printing, some induction paperwork, and started drafting up my place. And that took me to the end of the day. It is quite common for your first day or your first few days of placement to be like this, where there's admin, a lot of induction paperwork to get through, and I think that's part and parcel of starting anywhere new. After my walk, I still had some more energy, so made my way to the gym before heading home. So it is now my second day of placement, and today I'm actually working from home. There wasn't really anything for me to observe on site, so my supervisor just asked me to, if I wanted to, I could work from home. Most of what I've got to do today is meetings and and then some reading, which works out for me because I know nothing about LD, so it'll give me just a chance to be able to just get an overview about learning disabilities, about the way clinical psychology might work with learning disabilities, things like that. And I could potentially go over the lectures from last week. So we had a whole week of teaching, so I might go through the LD lectures just to get prepared for potentially hopefully next week I'm on site and I get to observe and just see people do their work, really. So yeah, I'm just gonna make a coffee and then we'll get started. Okay, so guys, that was the end of the first meeting. I didn't really do anything apart from, and I guess this is almost like the awkwardness of your first week, is that you have nothing to say, and like in my case, I know nothing or pretty much nothing about learning disabilities, never worked in this area before, so I have literally nothing to contribute, so it's a bit awkward. You just feel like a spare part, basically. Hopefully not for long, but I had nothing to say. The only thing I said in that meeting was introducing myself, and then I was introduced to everyone, you know, like in Teams meetings when everyone just says their name and what their professional role is. I probably with me, I don't remember names like that. I need to meet someone in person and then like register their name when I'm like introduced to someone or people, like a whole team. It takes me a while, which I think is quite common for anyone, because there was a lot of people within the team, which is also makes me excited because I like working with different types of professionals and like learning from like just the way different people work, like their own therapeutic style, but also based on their professional knowledge, the way they approach a case or they almost formulate or conceptualize a case, because every professional does that even if they don't do it explicitly, if that makes sense, or in the same way a psychologist would do it. So I feel really excited that there's so many different types of professionals within the team. Even when they were talking, so the meeting was an MDT where they were discussing different cases and people were bringing different cases to be discussed and get different perspectives or a treatment kind of planning and like reformulating things like that. And it was actually quite interesting to see the types, because I've never worked in LD before, the types of cases, the presentations, the almost like the various social graces, and also like the dynamics of like the teams involved and the support network and things like that. So yeah, I feel really excited about this placement, and I did last week as well from the teaching, because I think the teaching was so great on LD that it just, it did spark my interest. But yeah, I had really nothing to say apart from introducing myself, which I guess that is the only thing I can contribute when you have no knowledge base to contribute or help, which makes me feel a bit awkward, but I guess it's nice to have that noviceness Is novice the right word? Novice. I always say, I think I say that word weird. Anyway, I also think I'm getting a cold. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I think, and this is just fatigue and tiredness because I have felt tired last week and this week. So maybe it's just that, but anyway, yeah, I'm just feeling generally very excited about starting. And yeah, so I think what I'm going to do now, I have a little bit of time before my next meeting, which I guess is going to be pretty much the same thing, but that's more specific to the autism team. But I'm assuming I'm just going to be observing the meeting and introduce myself similar to what I did in this meeting. But yes, I have a bit of time, so what I'm going to do now is probably do some reading around LD. We had the LD lectures last week, so what I might do, go through that content, and the way I like to start is just to, like, because I know nothing about the topic, I'll probably look it up on YouTube and watch some videos just to get, because I think I learn better with like someone actually telling me or teaching. So I'll probably go on YouTube and search some things, or just to get an overview of learning disabilities, because I don't need to know everything all at once, but just to, even like acronyms people are using, things like that, just to get an understanding of what they're talking about and what the teams are about, what we're doing, what kind of presentations I'm going to be working with, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'll just do a bit of that and then I'll go into the next meeting, and yeah, hopefully finish this coffee by then. Okay, so guys, I have actually done a bit of reading. I just went through like the good practice guidelines for working with learning disabilities, and then I also found this I found it really interesting, this paper on power threat meaning framework and applying it to autism and learning disabilities teams. I think it was an article by the BPS. Yeah, it was just this, I'll link it in the description, but it was just applying the power threat meaning framework into different settings. I specifically read the LD and the autism one just because it's relevant to my placement, but actually the others looked quite interesting too. And then I also went ahead and I did look at the slides briefly, but I think I'm going to go through them in a lot more depth. But then I did look at the recommended reading and then just requested them from the library, because I tend to request online versions of books. So I did that, and yeah, I am actually starting to think that I either do have a cold, or so there's COVID going around. Well, there's been outbreaks at my placement, so now I'm starting to think potentially it's COVID. Although I've only gone into placement once, so well, I guess it could spread once. Anyway, I'm in denial basically. I'm really hoping it's not, because I've had like COVID like 4 times, and I have a deadline on Friday, and yeah, I'm like on track for this deadline, and I don't want to ask for an extension. So I'm just going to be in denial until I've ordered some tests, just in case it is, and they're coming tomorrow, so I'll do a test, and they will, oh no, not tomorrow, they're coming on Thursday, because it takes like 3 days, Thursday or Friday, whichever one, but I'm really hoping it's negative, but I am starting to feel like it is. The denial is wearing off. But anyway, I've got another meeting in now 5 minutes, so I'm just gonna get like a drink and get ready for, like, just get paper and, you know, just get the link open and all those kinds of things, because I don't actually have anything to prepare, because I have no idea what the meeting's about, and I guess like they will just give me the general gist of the team and all of those kinds of things. So yeah. Okay, so I've just come out of the autism meeting, and let me tell you, it has got me feeling really excited about this placement. I Yeah, I thought it was just going to be a meeting like the one I had this morning, where I'm just introducing myself and that was it. And I guess that I know a lot more about autism than I do about learning disabilities, so maybe I could that allowed me to contribute more. But just like the discussions they were having, the questions they were posing. So it was just a meeting where they were having a team discussion about the ways in which they write reports, basically. And it was just merging. I think the best way to put it is that they were merging the professional with the socio-political. And I think if you guys know anything about autism, I think there's so much socio-political things surrounding it and so much because it is a marginalised social grace. So just in that way, the socio-political climate around it is very important, I think. So the fact that they're combining it within the professional and considering it, and yeah, and I love language and the importance of language and the meaning it holds, basically. And they were talking about the language that they might use within their report writing and the implications it holds, and maybe the stereotypes or the biases that it reinforces or perpetuates, like that kind of thing. And yeah, and I think it was like challenging your thoughts and like practice. And I yeah, my thoughts are going so fast because I'm like just so, you know, when like you have, I don't know, when you're like introduced to a topic, or you just have those topics that gets you really passionate and excited and you want to talk about it, and you love talking about it and reading about it. And I think autism is one of those things for me. I like neurodiversity in general. Actually, I would say social graces and inclusivity in general. But anyway, oh, I feel like my thoughts are just like going, just because I'm so excited and like, oh, yeah, I am very. I think my supervisor's done a very good job in like igniting my passions for learning disabilities and neurodiversity. I am really excited for this placement. And that feels so good to say, like, especially after the whole year being hard. I'm just like, I can't, I can't wait to learn, basically. Oh yeah, I'm excited. If you couldn't already tell. Um, yeah, I'm excited. And I don't know what I'm meant to be doing now. I think I'm just going to do a little bit more reading. I don't have actually anything else that I am that's booked in for me to like attend or anything like that. So I might do a little bit more reading, and then we need to work on that case study. So yeah. And I also, during the meeting, I whacked my coffee cup and dropped coffee everywhere. So I need to also clean that up. Okay, guys. The denial has worn off, and I'm starting to accept I potentially do have COVID. And yeah, I haven't taken a test, but I'm fairly confident I do. So yeah, I'm just so tired now. I just woken up. So anyway, that's not why I think I have COVID. I have like other symptoms, but anyway. But hopefully my test comes tomorrow, and then I can know for sure. I'm still gonna work because I don't think I'm sick enough not to work. So what I have to do today is sit in meetings, which I don't think I'm too sick to sit there in meetings. I never know what. Yeah, I don't think I'm that sick. I'm just tired. I get to, like, I'm working from home, so I don't think I'm that unwell, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just gonna be very slow. I can just feel it. But yeah, today I have a morning meeting. It's gonna be a very long day. I have a morning meeting at, I think it's 9:30 or 10, which is just like a case discussion kind of meeting. And again, in that I'm just observing. Then with my supervisor and the assistant psychologist, we're going through like waiting lists. So hopefully I get some clients out of that, or get an idea of who I might take on. And then have another meeting. I can't think of what it is. I have supervision, which is important to remember. I'm just gonna have to write everything down today. And because I've already had my coffee, and usually my brain should be working a lot faster than this. I'm not going to do too much skincare just because I'm tired and I just want to go sit down. So I'm just going to brush my teeth and put something on, because something is better than nothing. Because whenever I wash my face, I feel like my skin needs something, so I might just put like a hydrating cream on or something. I have a lot of skincare, to be honest, more than you potentially need. Because I have like my cupboard, like my bathroom cupboard is full, and then I've got another whole box of things. You would think my skin would look better. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. I think it looks quite nice actually, but it is. I don't think it looks like this in real life or in person, because this is real life. Yeah, I just feel slow, to be honest. I'm just gonna start like doing things, and then hopefully things get done. Yeah, I'll check in at some point. Okay, right guys, I just coughed my way through that meeting, to be honest. I just had coughing fits throughout. Luckily I didn't have to speak and my microphone was off the whole time. But yeah, also my battery's dying, so we're having a very great day. Hopefully I just make it to supervision, and yeah, I'm just gonna sleep after this is over. Hopefully. I've still got some of my case studies to do, and yeah, I'm tired even just thinking about what I need to do today. And I am very slow. Yeah, I kind of feel daisy, to be honest, and I probably should yeah. If I still feel the same tomorrow, I won't go into uni anyway because it's in person. And placement has told me to isolate for 5 days, so, well, they said that's the recommended, or until I feel better.